Hello everybody, I am Brantman19. We're playing some more Transport Fever. We've already completed 2 missions in the American campaign, so I figured it's time to go ahead and move on to 3, so let's get to it.
The land of opportunity. Steel, that's the stuff. Around the world in 80 days is a thing of the past. It needs to be much faster these days if global trade is to flourish. The Transcontinental Railroad is all well and good, but it's far too inefficient for the constant growing needs and large quantities of goods in transit. But there is one project that promises to redress this, a ship canal that connects the oceans in the east and west. In this way, large amounts of cargo can be transported easily and conveniently. He who controls this canal controls global trade and thus the entire world.
Nice, so obviously we are building the Panama Canal, and I'd like to go ahead and point out I did learn something about the game, and you have to get all 5 medals in one playthrough. You can't go back and revisit and go pick up the one you missed. So I learned that the hard way, because I had to go back into Wild West and I had to do all 5. In Industrialization I had to go back and do all 5, so that's what I learned. So,
is a thing of the past. It needs to be much faster these days if global trade is
Dang, he's going to keep on talking, ain't he?
The Transcontinental Railroad is all well and good.
There we
but
go.
It's far too inefficient for the constant growing need. The 20th century is young and the climate is tropical. The French project on the Chagres River is swamped with problems, as it were. Their coffers are empty and thousands of workers have fallen to a mysterious illness. This is the opportunity for our great nation. The construction of the canal requires great logistical skill. The debris that accumulates during the excavation of the canal needs to be removed. And the workers need to remain as healthy and well-fed as possible so that things proceed as quickly as possible. Let's help with the construction project of the century.
Alright, sounds good. So of course, Panama Canal, we've got to, looks like we've got a couple things we're going to have to do here. Let's look at our medals first. So, first, we've got Pride of the Nation. Make the President proud by ensuring that the canal can be completed before 1924. So we have a timed mission, which we've got about 20 years to do that. Secure funding. Make sure that you never miss an opportunity to spend the money at your disposal. Your account balance should never grow to an 8-figure sum. So, well, you figure 8 figures is about 10 million, so it can never get over 9,999,999. So never can get over that, so we need to keep an eye. Amaze the Doctor and save the Golden Frog. Okay, I have no clue what that is. Landslide. If you dig too quickly through the Coluber Passage, you're risking a landslide, but it does demonstrate a great deal of motivation. Increase the maximum production of the quarry 4-fold. So there's a quarry that I'm gonna have to, I guess get it upgraded 4 times, or maybe, I don't know, maybe like squared, I don't know. We'll do it anyways, 4-fold. We gotta just keep upgrading that. And then fair distribution, ensure there is no more than twice the amount of debris in one depression than in the other. So we've got to, I guess whenever we take that stuff out of, I guess this is the Coluber Passage, by the way. I guess when we take it out of that, we've got to make sure we get rid of it in more than one spot or something and make sure it's equal. That sounds like that's going to be really hard. Alright, and just like all medals, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do all 5. I've had to return to both of the other missions and do it. The second one really didn't need it. I figured out I was made a bonehead move on placement of one station. But other than that, that one was easy. But this one right here, I don't know. I don't like that time mission. So anyways, let's get started.
First of all, the workers we've enticed here from the nearby islands require supplies. They need wood to build primitive accommodation, and enough sustenance so that they don't just keel over. Some of them look quite sick.
Okay, so we need to supply the central warehouse in Cologne with the requested resources. So let's take a look here. Where's the central, hold on. There it is, okay. So here's the central Cologne storage place. It needs regular wood, like logs and grain. So looks like we're gonna need to build out, and let's see, where's wood? Here's wood down here, and there's the grain. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and build out. I'm not gonna do this with a train or anything. That seems way too much. They did give us a nice $7.5 million amount to do this with, though. That's just kind of nice. All right, let's go ahead and build our freight zones. I want to put a big one down here because that's a long way away. And I want it to be building up if I can get it to. And then this one up here, let's put it right there, and then this one over here, it's not so far away, so we'll use another normal one. There we go, perfect. Now we're gonna make, let's go ahead and buy 3 road vehicles. I want freight vehicles, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use the steam lorries, and they last 20 years, which is perfect. We don't want to go more than 20 years, right? So we'll buy 2, 1 for each line, and then we'll make a new line. We'll go there to there. And we'll go ahead and we'll name that the same thing we always name it. It's going to be our grain road. And then our other one, we're going to give you the line from, let's see, there to there. You're going to get called, you guessed it, guys, log road. All right, let's go ahead and hit play. Let's let them go. Alright, so we're off. We got to get 16 grain and 16 logs, and I guess we got to do it as fast as we possibly can. Which is good. I mean, we can get it done pretty quickly. I just hope the logs show up. Let's see. Line usage. Yes, there is line usage. Go ahead and update. The production's starting. That's good. It can only be at 100.
A highly respected doctor has found out why the workers are constantly falling ill. A plague of mosquitoes is to blame for the spread of the yellow fever that is decimating the people. We should drain the swamps in which the infected mosquitoes are breeding like crazy. Until the problem has been resolved, we will face increased costs as we constantly need to import new, inexperienced workers.
So we have to connect all swamps to the road network and deliver planks to drain the mosquitoes' habitats. Okay. So we have to, let's see, we need 10 planks at all 3 of the swamps places, and we have to get logs there first. That's the first thing we got to do. So I guess we need to go ahead and look at building, let's build another big guy right here. And then, so wait, hold on. Planks. Yeah, swamp number 1. Oh, there's swamp number 2. There it is, swamp number 3. Okay. So we need to, I guess, get a line running between that stuff. So let's go ahead and get you. You're going to buy a steam lorry. We're going to start you. Okay. Here we go. I want you to go from there to there. You're going to be delivering stuff for me. Call you Plank Road? Does that sound? Yeah, whatever. We'll let that go. He's going to be the one doing the planks. And then I want to build another one. His job is going to be delivering them. So let's see. We'll have him go from there. Uh-oh. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Let's see. We'll build this guy out here. Put him right there. That's fine. Let's build another one over here. Let's see. We'll build him there. And then we got another one right here. There we go, perfect. Now then, you need stations, so you're gonna go there to there, then you're gonna go back to there, then to there, then to there.
The doctor has encountered a highly interesting species that no man has ever seen before, the Panamanian golden frog. There is a risk of rare animals becoming extinct soon if we flatten their habitats. The doctor thinks this would be highly regrettable. The more damage we cause to these areas, the faster the golden frog's chance of survival will fall. We can counteract this effect through reforestation.
Okay, so there's that golden frog thing. We've got to save the golden frog and spare their habitats. The doctor estimates that a 80% chance of survival should be enough to save the species. So I've got to reforest, I guess, these little green circles. That's where it's supposed to be. And not build in those areas too would probably be nice. So we'll worry about that in just a minute. I've got 20 years to reforest 30%. more of those areas. That's not a big deal. Alright, let's see. Just checking this here. Yeah, the logs are building up. That's what I want to see. Where's this guy? There he is. He should be going back empty-handed. He should be going empty-handed right now, which is what he's doing. Alright, and if you didn't see that, I created his line right there. I didn't name it yet. He's basically going from the main point out to the first one, then back, then to the second one, then back to the third one, then he'll go back and restart that whole entire thing. I don't have to tell him to go back again. It's not really that important. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say this is the Swamp Road. Alright, sounds good. We've already got 9 grain and 6 logs. That's good. We need to build up as quick as we can there. While that's going on, I'm going to focus. Alright, here we go. So I guess we need to just build up these little areas, I guess, wherever there's nothing at. Alright, I'll start right there in the middle. Ooh, we got a new gondola. That'll come in handy, I bet. Okay, I'm not trying to fill it all in. And this cost me nothing, by the way. Which is kind of nice. I can't imagine having to pay for every tree I put down right now. Especially when the part of the mission is just to reforest it. I'm building nice little seed areas. I figure eventually these guys are going to grow out on their own. So instead of going like, okay, let's fill in this little gap area right here and take forever doing it, I'm gonna fill in, do stuff like this right here. It's like a machine gun blasting out trees. Okay, that's already at 51%. It'll go up on its own over time, I bet. Okay, we'll go there. That's fine. Come on right here. We've got 15 grain and 12 logs. None of the planks have been started yet. Up here we go. Right here's a good one. Let's build a nice little spot there. Another one right here. And another one right here. Ooh, this is a very large area with nothing in it. Okay, we'll build out here. Alright, right here again. Alright, seems good. Okay, we'll build out along the perimeter, and then we'll just work our way back around. Look at that. That works out that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how much each tree is worth on the percentage scale, so I don't know what's a good number to be putting down, but as long as something's getting put down, I figure it's good. We'll fill in these little gaps a little bit, just circling around. It's kind of annoying. I don't get charged for putting them outside either, so I could just kind of throw it. Okay. I think we nearly got all that we need. Yeah, that looks like it would reforest that area pretty well. Do the same thing up there a little bit, and that's nice. Let's come over here. Here's another area. Start out here, because that's on the edge. We have 16 grain. We're waiting on 2 more logs.
The Culebra Massif is blocking the way to the Pacific. A cutting needs to be made through it deep and wide enough for the biggest of all the ships. But the excavated earth will need to go somewhere. Part of it can be used in the construction of mighty dams and locks. Then we'll have to dump the rest somewhere so it's not in the way.
Okay. So we got to transport the excavated material from canal dig site to the dam west and dam east construction sites. Then we got to dispose of the remaining material in the dump north or dump south depressions. Okay, so let's see. There's something over here.
All that rock we need to get rid of at the Culebra Cut is great for use on the dams. But once the dams are completed, the stony material needs to go elsewhere. Use the stony material accumulated during the excavation to construct the Gatun and Madden dams.
Okay, so here's the dam east. And there is Dam West. Okay, and then... Wait.
The excavated material that isn't used to build the dams needs to be disposed of elsewhere, preferably at a low-lying point somewhere that will be flooded later on by the canal. And ideally, don't pile everything on the same heap, so that the ships navigating the canal in the future don't just suddenly spring a leak.
Okay, so we've got to deliver stone that isn't needed to build the dams to the two depressions, dump north and dump south. In this task, a medal can be earned. So that's where it's saying to distribute the stone. Right now it's at 50%, 50% with nothing there. So we need to remember when it comes time to dump, yeah, here it is up here. So when it comes time to dump, we need to make sure that we're doing a good job and spreading it out. I guess that's it. Making sure, yeah, planks are there. I want to make sure this guy is not carrying anything. So he must have just barely missed those planks the first time. Okay, anyways, back to what we're doing. I think it's time. We're gonna need to throw out. Yeah, we have to move 5,000 stone, and we have to do that in what, roughly 18 years now, because that's time is over. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's try to keep costs low so that we can build up. It's not going to be low cost if we have to do a bridge. Uh-oh. There you go, go down. No. Oh well, we're going to sacrifice there. That's... Okay, here goes our bridge. I'm going to build it at, yes, 56. I don't think we'll have any real trains going any quicker than that. And let's go to the furthest one. He's way up there. I hope I have enough money to do this. Okay. Alright, connect it there. Come right through here. I hate how this does not make good cuts. Go that way. It costs way more than it needs to. Do not like that. Okay. Right there. Now, where am I going to send this up here? Let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Now then, we need to have you, whoops, going the wrong way, connect to there. Alright, so we have two stations. We have to make one depot. There you go. Alright, here he is. We're going to put him... I mean, I don't want to put him too far down here, do I? No, that's not even good land to put it on. Let's put him right here. Kind of facing that way, so he knows the first place that any train's going to have to go is back towards the cut, so that's safe. And guess what I learned? I learned how to do switches correctly, at least for trains going on one track and for little sidings and stuff. So now that I've learned that, that's going to be really good for us here. Okay, we're going to buy... This guy goes 37, 28. Here, yeah, here we go. This guy goes 47. That means he'll be quicker. We'll buy him, and I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gondolas. New line. You're going to go from there to here. Go. Alright, there he goes. We're going to keep it line 1 because we're not going to do too much to it anyway. Let's see him. Now, he should be very fast. He can carry up to 72 stone at one time, so we need this bad boy to start cutting. And quick. I don't want to make any runs that... There we go. Okay, it's starting to add on. I want to stop him before it gets here, before he gets there, so he can make sure he has all the stone he can carry. It's such a waste of time for him to go all the way up and come back, so... Okay, that's at 36. 40. Now this guy right here, he's going to go all the way up to 100, then he'll upgrade. That's what we're talking about with the upgrades here.
The money is slipping through our fingers, people.
We don't have to worry about money so much.
But if we're prepared to grovel on our hands and knees, our financiers will grant us a bridge loan.
Okay, and now. They'll send him in there. He can go ahead and pull it out, and then this guy can get ready to start upgrading himself. Now he'll make, shoot, he'll probably make something like 1.3, 1.5 million at the least, I think, taking this load, because it's such a long distance to go. And one of the things I need to make sure I do is I get this train, this track ready to go for multiple trains. I'm going to need 2 or 3 of them running full on to really get up to where I need them to go. Alright, let's see about everything else. So, Golden Frog, we're still doing that. We're throwing trees down everywhere. Yeah, here's a spot we were on. That's right, we were working on this one. Let's build the outer regions a little bit while we wait on that train to go. There we go, some up there. Alright, let's build just like that. Another one over here. Look, it's a weird smiley face. Okay. Let's do this. There we go. Now he's kind of mad. I could probably draw faces and stuff with trees. I'm pretty sure that would work. There we go. We just made our first run, and it was like 1.5 million at least. So obviously we want to wait till we get another 5 million built up, and then we're going to take another train out, and we're going to work him up too. Put these guys in. We're at 56% on getting enough land and stuff for the frog, so got to keep going. This one's, as long as I come back and revisit it, you know, when I need to, this shouldn't be too hard. I would probably venture and say that the frog is going to be the easiest thing to get in here. You just got to hold it down and machine gun all these trees in place. Keep it in between the green, inside the green. Yeah, that just won't be too bad. Make sure you don't build anything inside of the green. I mean, look, instead of going the direct route straight through, I went around it. I'm pretty sure I could have gone right through it anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. And by the looks of it, I could have gone like that, and the topography would have worked with me a lot better. Okay, let's get this going a little bit better. There we go. And that's perfect. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to end it right there now that I've got that going. We've got our first train rolling, and yeah, so appreciate y'all so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.